Tampa is one of Florida's older metropolitan areas and the second largest in the state. Like many Florida cities, what was once a backwater swamp was soon connected by Henry's Railroad, allowing industry to thrive. Not Henry Flagler, but Henry Plant. A little more on that another time. Phosphate, followed by cigars and even mafias, contributed to Tampa's vibrant culture and economy. Today, the city is home to about 400,000 in a metropolitan area consisting of 3 million more, and is home to many companies, attractions, colleges, and some very good major sports teams. The area may get another boost for the 21st century, that being a direct connection to Florida and America's emerging privatized high-speed rail company, Brightline. In a recent episode, we check out Orlando's International Airport Station, which will be Brightline's main destination for its Phase 2 expansion. But we've always known that it will be looking to stop at Tampa later on in Phase 3, connecting Florida residents at speeds of over 125 miles an hour. Currently, they are looking at 3 prospective stations, which you can see here on Google Maps, and they're all owned by a local developer who is working with Brightline on this deal. The first being the current site of the Tampa Park Apartments, which we're assuming is up for demolition should this deal go through. The second prospect is the former Tico People's Gas site on 1400 Channelside Drive, which was going to be some big building that never materialized. It's the story of half of everything in Florida. The third is across the street east from the second site, and this was going to be the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium, which, if we know how things work in Florida, you win a World Series, you get promised a stadium, then it gets built like 10 years later, courtesy of taxpayer dollars. In this drone footage, you can see where that is in relation to the downtown area and Ybor City. If you want to keep up with all the major developments of Brightline and more rail in America, be sure you are subscribed to American Rail Club and click that bell. But of course, there is another. A station that has been here in Tampa for quite some time.
What do you hear now? The ticking of a watch. One of the most amazing machines on Earth. Let's add a system of gears and wheels with an accuracy that approaches perfection.
Tampa Union Station is a gem of a station that has served Tampa Bay since 1912, over 108 years. Originally built to serve the Tampa Northern, Atlantic Coastline, and Seaboard Airline railroads, this Renaissance Revival building hasn't always been in continuous service, closing to the public in 1984 after decades of falling passenger rail service in the US. The building fell into disrepair, leaking like any Florida structure after enough hurricanes, and being overshadowed by a highway, courtesy of, again, your taxpayer dollars. It didn't help its image of being once the gateway to the glamour of passenger rail. It was thanks to the Tampa Union Station Preservation and Redevelopment Nonprofit Corporation, or TUSP&R, founded in '88, that helped to revitalize and bring attention to the station. Unsurprisingly, Amtrak was still using the area for its Tampa station, but with the station building itself closed, they erected one of their Amshack stations to service customers. Maybe not the best way to welcome visitors and residents to the station. TUSP&R agreed with that sentiment and got to work raising funds from private donations, state, and local boards to buy the station owned by CSX, which was a combination of the old Chessie and Seaboard. Hence CSX, if you guys didn't know that. The more you know. Luckily, CSX donated the station and the raised funds were used instead to renovate the station, which opened its doors back to passengers in 1998. Today, you can walk into the station and see this historic edifice, as well as artifacts from the brighter days in America's railroad history. Bright days and, well, Brightline still seems to be ahead. Yes, me and my railroad puns. Give this video a like for that, will ya?
You know what the incredible thing is that no matter how much changes around the whole entire city, cranes coming up, buildings coming up, even you have interstates coming up and everything, the station still stands. That's a testament to how timeless trains are. no matter how old they may look or whatnot, the technology is still moving on towards the rails and towards the future, so it still has a place here.
It's always a great day not to just see this historic station, but to also see it in such great condition. Few stations from this area are still around and far fewer in this condition. Tampa Union Station was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1974. Ironically enough, the register itself was established in 1966, 1 year after the horrifying desecration and demolition of the old Penn Station in 1965. A sacrifice so great that angered so many at losing a piece of history that it created a whole new organization to save so many other places from the cancer known as modern architecture.
Hey boss, I have a cancer.
I mean, not that all modern architecture is bad. Modern architecture in good taste can be better, but sometimes having a bit of the old razzle-dazzle can be appreciated. Like Tampa's streetcars. The Tampa Electric Company streetcar, or TECO, was once a sprawling 53-mile light rail system covering much of Tampa back in the late 1800s to 1946, when the original system was ripped up for, oh god, spare us, the damn buses. Thanks a lot, GM. The streetcar returned back in 2002, albeit it's just 2.7 miles running through downtown Channelside and Ybor City. I didn't get much of a chance to ride it since time was running short, but maybe next time. Oh, and there actually is a public station. Which, speaking of, this was a long time coming. My good old loaded chicken tendy subs and tea. Please, public, come up to the Midwest. I miss BOGOs and Kroger f***ing sucks. Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you all for writing. Let me know what you thought about the Tampa Union Station and upcoming Brightline Station in the comments below. If you really want to help support the channel, be sure to pledge to us on Patreon, where $1 or more gets you additional content, including behind the scenes of this video, future videos, photos, gear, and one-on-one conversations. There's already some behind the scenes footage there and more. Again, like and comment to defeat Susan's torture house of YouTube algorithms as we keep you up to date on any further developments with Brightline and other rail projects in this country. Make sure you're subscribed to ARC so you don't miss the next train of good news and the major videos coming soon. See you on board next time.